Well, hi there, Internet. My name's Court, and you've got courtside seats for my review of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Let's do it. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is an action-adventure fantasy from co-writer and director Destin, Cretton, and Marvel Studios. The film stars Simu Liu, Awkwafina, Leung, Meng-er Zhang, Yeoh, and Florian Munteanu. Shang-Chi, the master of unarmed weaponry-based kung fu, is forced to confront his past after being drawn into the Ten Rings organization. I'm a fan of the MCU, but admittedly, I have not been particularly psyched for this movie. Part of that is because the trailers haven't really done all that much for me, but also just the fact that I'm not familiar with this character at all. That said, it was indeed nice to see a Marvel movie in a movie theater again for the first time since Spider-Man Far From Home. And maybe just the theatrical experience played into my feelings about this flick. I won't deny their influence. But straight up, I thought this movie was f***ing awesome. I dug the entire cast here. Simu Liu, who grew up in Toronto no less, thought he was great. He handled the comedy well as the heavier dramatic beats, and his physicality was on point. Apparently he's got a background in martial arts and gymnastics, as well as having done some work as a stuntman, and it totally shows. Sure, I have no doubt he had stunt performers doing some stunts for him, but there's a lot where he's clearly doing the stunts, the jumps, the fighting, and he crushed it. Further, he and Awkwafina have a really sort of effortless chemistry, which was kind of the heart of the movie for me. I really enjoyed Leung's performance as well. I really felt for his character, and Yeoh was awesome because she's Yeoh, and that's kind of her thing. Now, the fights in here are pretty great as well. The first one we see has this mesmerizing, almost balletic quality to it. It's very kind of dreamlike, and it's shot beautifully and elegantly. There's also a fight scene on a city bus, which was one of the highlights of the flick for me. I will say, though, that a lot of the fight scenes are shot with that really shaky cam, quick editing, which is very much a pet peeve of mine. But at least seeing it on the big screen, it was easier to follow than if I'd watched it on my TV. And I liked that this was something pretty different from Marvel. Like, yeah, it's still a superhero movie, but it leans further into fantasy than I think any of the other movies they've done so far have. It also has moments that evoke Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and those sequences are gorgeous. We also see some fantastical creatures, and while the VFX in this movie are sometimes hit or miss, there are a couple of moments where they don't look great, the creature designs are awesome. In fact, the whole movie is visually stunning. The color palette, the aforementioned creature designs, a cool thing they do with a forest, and particularly anything they do with water was just a treat to look at. Even the credits at the end use these water animations, and I loved it. I thought much of that trademark Marvel humor worked. I didn't get a lot of laugh out loud moments. I had a couple, and a number of chuckles as well. There are also a couple cool cameos in the movie, two of which you've seen in the trailer. There are a couple more, I won't spoil them here. One of them really confused me, but I can't go into why unless I end up doing a spoiler review, so maybe I'll do that. I did think at 2 hours and 12 minutes, the movie felt a little bit longer than it needed to. I did find it was dragging, particularly in the midsection. And I found that the big climactic fight towards the end, despite this movie being a very different flavor from a lot of the others in the MCU, felt pretty generic Marvel. There was also both a mid and a post-credit scene, and they're worth sticking around for. I thought this movie was great. It's an overused word, but it really is epic in scope. The movie is bombastic, yet elegant. The mythology was cool, and I was just pleasantly surprised by this thing overall. Now, I've only seen it once, so I'm not ready to have this etched on my tombstone just yet, but as of right now, while I wouldn't say it's strictly top-tier Marvel, it's definitely in the upper echelon for me, absolutely. Now, I don't have a proprietary rating system as of yet, so I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to give Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and I think I'm going to give Shang-Chi I know Kung Fu out of 10. So now I want to know, have you seen Shang-Chi? What did you think about it? What is your favorite movie in the MCU? Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really enjoyed it. It just helps the video reach more people, helps the channel grow. I appreciate it very much. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe and ring that bell to subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, all that good stuff. Hope you guys are all safe and healthy. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Take care.